Perfect. I believe we can start now. So, good evening, everyone. My name is Meher, and I'm so excited to host this evening. I can start off by telling everyone a bit about myself. I'm going into my fourth year of commerce. So I'm a student myself. Kind of sad that it's my fourth year. It's been such an amazing journey so far. So, any questions you guys have about student experience, I'm happy to answer. Currently, over the summer, I'm working as a student engagement intern in the Commerce office. That means I've been exactly where you guys have been, full of questions, excitement, and maybe a few nerves coming to campus. I'm glad to answer any of those questions. Through this role, I've been lucky enough to help creating the programming, support the process and your transition into first year. I'm really passionate about making sure students feel confident and connected as they begin this journey. I'm also part of the team behind the Commerce Onboarding Portal. If you guys haven't checked that out already, you must have gotten the link via email. Please feel free to go over it. It's such an important resource for all first years coming to campus soon. Now, before we begin, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge the land on which we are gathered here today. We acknowledge that the land on which we gather here at Queen's University is the traditional territory of the Anishinaabe and Haudenosaunee peoples. We are grateful to live, learn, and play on these lands, and we recognize the deep history, culture, and knowledge that have shaped and continue to enrich this community. Now, thank you all so much for joining us once again. This webinar is designed to help you and supporters get a sense of what's ahead. You'll meet some key people in the Commerce program, learn more about the supports and opportunities available to you, and get a head start on making most of your time here at Smith. So tonight is divided into two parts. We're here in session one, which is a webinar, where you will meet faculty and staff, and they will each share a 5-minute overview of their expertise and their roles and resources. Session two will begin closer to 7:30 p.m. That's where we'll invite parents and supporters into another Zoom session to ask questions to these program panel. And our students will have the opportunity to ask questions to high school liaisons who are students themselves, and they're happy to answer any questions. They've planned some fun activities for you guys as well. The links to those meetings have been sent by Milana via email earlier today, and we'll also be posting them in the chat moving forward towards the end of the session. Now, before we begin, just a quick reminder, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat during session two. David and I will be collecting those for our Q&A sessions. Now, without further ado, let's get started. I'm so excited to introduce you guys to our program panel and the amazing resources that they have. First of all, I'm pleased to welcome Professor Sean Cahill, who will kick things off with an overview of the Commerce program.
Hello, and thank you, Mehreen. That was amazing. I love your energy, and welcome everybody. I'm hoping that we get an opportunity to see everyone. As was stated, my name is Sean Cahill. I'm a faculty member here. One of the things that will be helpful to know ahead of time, or I find is helpful to know ahead of time, is the way our community is built. So Smith is part of Queens, is part of Kingston, but Smith itself is broken up into what we call area groups, and we specialize and focus in very specific areas. Focus in on marketing, focus on finance, focus in on analytics. There is a wide variety, I'm not excluding, but there's a long list of people, and you're going to be meeting some of these amazing faculty members. I'm part of what's called the digital technology area group. So you probably won't see us, or at least you won't see me until about third or fourth year. And your first introduction to a digital technology course won't be until second year, which is COM 190, which is our core course, where we introduce you to concepts like digital strategy, programming. Don't worry, not programming from a computer science point of view, but programming from a business point of view, how to automate, analytics, how to do artificial intelligence, a wide variety, even project management. But fundamentally, that first year is going to be about setting that foundation. I had the pleasure earlier in my career of teaching the first year students, the first year courses, and this is an amazing time for you to really get to know. I can tell you that you can always tell students are really super engaged with the course and really want to learn when they come up and they meet you right off the bat. They shake your hand, they say hello. Please take the time to do this. This is going to be a different than typical high school experience. This is going to be very overwhelming and it can be very intimidating with all your peers and everything coming at you. Please take the time to meet us. We're here to support you. Everybody here smiling is here to support you, and we're going to guide you along the way. My advice, enjoy that first 2 weeks. This is going to be the best time of your life. Do it respectfully, and I can't wait to see you guys in the halls of Goods Hall.
Thank you so much, Professor Sean Cahill. I 100% agree with the advice. It's so important to connect with your professors. Um, it's not like high school, no one's going to push you to meet your professors. It's all on you. And I've had amazing professors in my time. The sooner you connect with them, the better. So definitely go for it. Moving on, next, I'm pleased to introduce Christina from the Center for Entrepreneurship, Innovation, and Social Impact, or SACE for short. She will share a bit about the exciting ways students can get involved with social innovation and entrepreneurship at Smith, if that's your thing.
Absolutely. Thank you and welcome to everyone. My name is Christina. I'm part of the team with the Center for Entrepreneurship, Innovation, and Social Impact, CC for short, as was mentioned. Our team has the pleasure every day to support students like yourselves who want to explore ideas, solve problems, and make a difference. And that could look like launching a startup. It could be leading change in a community through volunteering or providing project-based support. It could be working on something meaningful inside a company and organization. And so we get the pleasure to be able to help you do that. But how do we do this? At the center, we offer a variety of programs. We host events. We have funding available through various competitions. And we have space, meaning we have time to be able to help you. We like to inspire students. So through hosting events, which in the fall, once you arrive, we'll have details as to what those look like and when they are and how you can become engaged. Many of these focus on topics such as entrepreneurship through acquisition, purposeful business, social innovation, just to name a few, because it's a large umbrella in terms of the different topics that we get to work with every single day. And through these events, you have the opportunity to hear from guest speakers who can share their stories, their genuine stories as to how they've incorporated impact into their business. You get to engage with other students from other degree programs at Smith through intentional networking events that we set up. So we always find that these are fantastic events that students love to be able to participate in. We're also here to help you build your skills as your, part of your experience at Queen's. And one way to do that is through our Certificate in Social Impact program. This is an optional program that's offered to students who are in degree programs at Smith. It's a great opportunity to take advantage of while you're here to broaden your basic understanding of social impact and how do you incorporate that into business and what that looks like during your commerce career, but also afterwards and how you can incorporate that. We have lots of time to kind of provide further details once you are in Goods Hall and happy to do that. But it's really a great opportunity to really broaden your understanding of social impact and just really understand that it's maybe not just one typical area, but that it really does impact everyone and everyone has a role to play. We also like to help you bring your ideas to life. So we do offer startup support. I mentioned previously we have funding through competitions. So we have a variety of competitions that are offered throughout the year for students who may be in the initial stages of a startup or maybe have gone that next step, but just need some more resources to get you a little bit further. So we are more than happy to be able to provide that and pitch competitions for you to be eligible for funding. And we're also here for mentorship. So if you have questions, If you need to be connected with someone or you're just not sure of the next step, then that's part of our role. And the good news is that we are centrally located in Good, so we always are happy for people to kind of step in and just introduce themselves and say hi. If you take anything away from this, because I know we're providing with a lot of information, is that you don't have to have a business idea to get involved with our team. You just have to be curious, and that's the best part. So if you care about solving real problems, creating impact, growing as a leader, then we're here to support you on that journey and happy to be able to enhance your experience here at Smith and at Queen's. So I look forward to meeting many of you when you come in September and throughout that academic year, and happy to ask any questions in the future if you have any. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Christina. I love that you put it that way. It's another way to enhance your degree. There's so many opportunities here at Smith to make your commerce degree more about you and get that personalized touch into it. And SACI is just one extra way to do it. Moving on, now we have Sabrina Davis from the CAC, or the Career Advising Center. Sabrina will give a quick overview of how her team helps students explore careers, build their resume, and find those summer internships and jobs throughout your time here. So take it away.
Thank you so much. It is lovely to see everybody this evening, those that I can see on camera, and it's just really great to be here. I am here on behalf of the Career Advancement Center, but you'll quickly learn at Smith that we use a tremendous number of acronyms because long names are too long. And so you'll hear my team and my department called the CAC more often than not. I am one of a rather large team, and we are here for you from the second you start your program up until the time you finish, and quite often time after that. The way in which we partner both with the program office and all these partners you see on screen and our students is to help students figure out who they are, what they're good at, what they're passionate about, and then what that means and how it informs their career decisions. We don't believe in just acquiring jobs at the end of the program. We actually want you to be in a place where you are strategically managing your career. And how might you do that? That might sound really overwhelming right now, but that's where we as the center come in. And so we are a team of dedicated individuals who have both corporate experience. We have a corporate relations team who partner with our corporate partners. And then we have the coaching team, which is what most of you, that's how you're going to engage with us, is by meeting one-on-one with our coaches to discuss anything that you might want to talk about careers. And so it's easy to say, oh, a career center is about resumes and cover letters. But what about your personal brand and discovering what your unique value proposition is? What about how you're positioning yourself on LinkedIn and other social media platforms? What about exploring the careers that are most connected to the things that you're good at and that you're passionate about? And so we are really there to make sure that your journey is unique to you. And how we enable this is, like I said, through one-on-one coaching. We also have a number of events that will be hosted throughout your 4 years at Commerce. We have campus recruiting in the fall or fall recruiting. We have a lot of networking events. We are also responsible for making sure that you are aware of all the job postings and things that are available to you. And so we really are embedded in everything that you do, and we're excited to work with all of you. The way in which you receive your career education, which is taking topics like personal brand, resume, cover letter, LinkedIn, how we deepen that learning is through our online asynchronous program called Career Management Foundations. And you will have an opportunity to engage in that 24/7 on your timeline. So it's really up to you. Because there is no one journey when it comes to career, it's really important that you connect to self and figure out what you want. And I think this brings me to the advice that I would love to share, or a best practice. You don't need to have the answers yet. You don't have to know what you want at the end of your 4 years or what you want your first internship to be. We are here to help you figure out what that looks like for you. And there's a large probability that you may change your mind along the way, and that is absolutely okay. So the advice I have is be kind to yourself. Please don't feel like you have to understand what the roadmap looks like right now. be kind and use all the resources, all the people that you're seeing here on screen tonight. We're here to support you. So please, wring that sponge out completely and take advantage, because we are here to support you. I look very much forward to seeing you in September. Thank you for the time.
Thank you so much, Sabrina. Amazing resource to start going to recruiting events, networking events, info sessions. I started in first year, but I was not confident enough to speak up in these. I usually just used to go for a free meal, but it's gotten me the confidence to start speaking up in third year. And it's an amazing resource. And obviously, the CAC is here to help you out with all of that. Moving on, we have Vinay from CIM, another abbreviation for you right there, or the Center for International Management, to talk about exchange. I know that gets some people excited. Vinay, please take it away.
Oh, thank you so much. First off, I'd like to welcome everybody. I know this is a very exciting time, and we're excited to meet you when you're here on campus. So I'd like to share a little bit about what I do and what our team does. So I work with the Center for International Management with a large team that supports students through international initiatives. We take care of exchanges and our double degree programs for both our undergraduate and our graduate programs. And we also have our Masters of Finance in Beijing program that sits within our office as well. For commerce specifically, we work with you throughout the 4 years that you will be here. In first year, when you get on campus, you'll be exploring these options. So what I would start to consider is, look at if you're wanting to take part in an international experience, whether that's through a double degree or through exchange. For exchange, typically third and fourth year students go, so you apply in your second year, and typically about 80% of our student population goes on exchange. We have 120 different partners in over 40 regions that you can explore. We also are welcoming incoming exchange students on campus as well. So we're sending you out to these different partners, and as well as those students are coming into your classes with you as well. So you have the opportunity to go on exchange for one term, but then you have the opportunity to network and get to know other students from other regions and countries while you're in your classes at Smith as well. So some of the things that we do in our office to get you prepared for this experience is providing you with a lot of information. Our application process to go on exchange is quite intense. So in second year, when you start exploring if you want to go on exchange, you do have to take part in quite a large application. And the reason why that it is large is so that you can prepare yourself for this experience and make sure that you're making good decisions in terms of where you want to go. Because when you do go on exchange, you are not only just traveling to a new location, but you'll be living there and adapting to a new culture and transitioning into the academic atmosphere as well as the cultural atmosphere as well. Some of the things that I have experienced with students throughout the many years I've been with the office is seeing them grow through this experience. So I would encourage you, if this is of interest to you, to take part of it. An international exchange experience can help you with so many different things academically, but also personally and professionally. It enables you to network with different people. You're able to get career support in a different region. You're able to explore new places, and you come back as with so much growth and independence from this experience. It's a great resume builder. It's a great way to be able to market yourself in the future. So we do encourage you to look at all the different options. We have many, as I said. For double degree purposes, that also happens at the same time. So that's after first year. That's when you'll start to apply for a double degree. We currently have 3 different double degree options. We have one in China, and then we have one in France and one in Austria now, with established renowned partner universities. You do 2 years here at Smith and then 2 years at the partner school, and you come out of it with 2 different degrees. So it's also another great opportunity for students to, get both the domestic and international experience while you're here at Queen's and throughout your term. So we're also here to support you. We have many exchange advisors within our office. We love to meet with students. So when you get here in your first year, if you have questions, you're more than welcome to come visit us, sorry. And we're happy to answer any questions that you may have at this point. And if not, then we will look forward to seeing you in second year when you start to apply for these opportunities.
Thank you so much, Nay. It's amazing how an international perspective shapes students, not just going to exchange, but also interacting with incoming students from exchange has been amazing. Moving on, since being conscious of time a little bit, I'd like to welcome Ryan. He's one of the academic advisors in the Commerce office, and he will talk about how academic advising supports students here at Smith.
Hi, thank you so much. Thanks so much for having me. So I'm here really to represent the Commerce Office and to think of us as we're kind of the supports for all things academic. You can see from my background here, this is a picture of Goods Hall. This is going to be kind of your home away from home for 4 years. And the Commerce Office is located right in the middle of Goods. So you'll find us on your first couple of days here. And we're home to academic advising. Myself and a team of 3 other academic advisors are here to help you with to navigate any questions you may have about courses and planning out your strategy for the program. We're also home to the consideration and accommodation office. The student engagement team is here in our office. And we are a great resource. We are so with questions about anything you have questions about, you can come into our office. There's multiple ways to connect with our advising team. So we're in person. There's usually 2 of us in office, and we offer advising sessions throughout the day. You can book online through the Commerce portal with us to do Zoom sessions, phone, or in person. And we do drop-in sessions as well on an almost daily basis. So if you just want to drop in with a quick question for one of us as advisors, that's a great way to connect with us as well. As far as tips go, I would echo Sabrina and just saying, like, use the supports. The one thing all of us here that are speaking have in common is that we're a support network that's here for you to make sure that you get the most out of your experience here at Queens, at Smith, and in Kingston. And if you don't know where to start, you have a question, you don't know where to start, think of our Commerce office as step 1. Come and see us, and we can connect you to any of the supports available.
Thank you so much, Ryan. There's such a huge support network here. Please make these connections early on. Get started on this in first year, so you have these supports in place for second and third year when studies start to get a little challenging. Moving on, I'd now like to welcome Deb Bruce, the Accessibility Advisor for Commerce students. Deb will speak briefly about how the Commerce Office works with QSAS, or Queen Student Accessibility Services.
Thank you, and I'd like to congratulate all the students who are here. I know how hard everyone has worked to get here, so my message is welcome and you belong here. And just speaking of belonging, part of my role at Queens is I support students with disabilities with academic accommodations, so they can get full access to their learning, whether that's getting a different setting for exams, things like digital textbooks, different formats, classroom accommodations. I work with a lot of students who have had perhaps an IEP in high school. They have been identified as a student with a disability that impacts them in their academics. So part of my role, accommodations are just a tool. So along with, mental health, for some students, it's nutrition, exercise, medication. For some students, accommodations are a tool that they need as well as part of their academic life to find success. So basically, you would get started by registering with our office. We have a great team. We actually have a SOAR event of our own coming up on next Tuesday, July 22nd. You can learn more about, if you are a student with a disability, how to register with our office if you'd like to learn more about how to access accommodations. So I support all of the students in the commerce program with disabilities, as well as master's programs at the Smith School of Business. Yeah, and so basically the advice I would say is reach out early. There's so many people here to support you. Don't be afraid to ask for help. And if it feels overwhelming, it kind of is initially, but you know, it's intense but exciting at the same time. And I think that's where you're going to find that the growth really happens, is that little bit of struggle that you might feel. But yeah, so if you're a student with a disability who'd like to learn more about registering for academic accommodations, you can reach out to our office. It's Queen's Student Accessibility Services. And like I said, keep an eye out for, we have a SOAR next Tuesday at 5 o'clock. So yeah, thanks for having me and welcome to everyone.
Thank you so much, Deb. I love to say I used to come up with a lot of dumb questions in first year, and every time I went to someone with a dumb question, the first advice they had was, "There's never a dumb question." So you can see everyone nodding their heads right now. There's never a dumb question. Do not hesitate in reaching out, asking a question. That's how we learn. That's how we all learn. So we're always here for you. Moving on, I'd like to now call upon our final panelist, Amy Fisher, the counselor in the Commerce office. Amy will speak about the counseling and wellness supports available for you guys here at Smith. Amy, take it away.
Wonderful. Thanks so much and welcome. I'm Amy. I'm a registered psychotherapist, and I'm one of 2 mental health therapists who are dedicated to working with commerce students. And so what we do is we offer free confidential counseling to all commerce students year 1 through 4. So we are available Monday to Friday all day throughout the year. We're available for in-person or virtual counseling sessions. Students can come just once, students can come repeatedly, kind of depending on how busy we get. And they can come for really anything under the sun. So the lovely thing is I'm located with my colleague Marissa here in Goods, down in the lower level, kind of tucked off away a little bit. And the way that students access counseling is they go on the Commerce portal and they can book right into our schedule. Another thing they can do, or another thing you can do, is you can email us directly if you have any questions or having some trouble booking in. Some of the reasons why people come to counseling are because something's getting in the way that's impacting their academic performance. And it also could just be they're feeling stressed, low mood, feeling a bit anxious, having some interpersonal problems, loneliness, grief, not feeling motivated. Those are all really normal things that are uncomfortable. And we won't necessarily solve the problem in one counseling session, but the whole goal is to meet together to make the student feel heard and validated, and hopefully put our heads together to come up with some helpful next steps. What's so wonderful is that Smith has a really robust team that's working together to promote student wellness. So in addition to my colleague and myself, we have a new student integrated wellness coordinator who does one-on-one wellness coaching with students to help with lifestyle. We have accommodation advisors. We have peer wellness mentors. And those are just some of the supports within Goods. Outside of Goods, the university offers a student wellness hub where there's physicians and nurses and occupational therapists that any student at Queen's can see. We also have counselors for equity deserving students if students are wanting to see a particular counselor with lived experience. So we have BIPOC counselors and Indigenous counselors and 2S LGBTQ plus counselors. We run a lot of groups. We have groups for people who identify with ADHD. We have managing powerful emotion groups. So there's a lot that's offered at Queen's, and there's a lot that's offered within Commerce to support students. And like someone just mentioned, or like Deb just mentioned, it's okay if something's going on, that's normal, but the sooner you can reach out, the sooner we can kind of right the ship. And I think the guidance that I would give students is difficult emotions are a normal part of life, but they're difficult, they're uncomfortable. And so when you're feeling a difficult emotion, sadness, loneliness, fear, just maybe kind of check in with yourself and go, what is it that I can do today that was going to help myself? Have I fed myself today? Did I have a good sleep last night? Can I get to bed early tonight? Have I gone out for a walk? Have I connected with a peer or a new friend? Have I moved my body in whatever way I can do that? So just kind of start with today. That's guidance I give to myself and to everyone. And please feel free to reach out, even if you don't even know what you want to talk about. We're here to help you at any point. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, Amy. This is, for a lot of us, it's the first time we've left home. It's a transitionary phase. It's okay to just have an extra ear to talk to and just share your feelings. And that's what these guys are here for. So amazing. Moving on, before we wrap up, I'm excited to share something new we're offering this summer, and a lot of you must have already heard about this. It's a brand new onboarding program designed to give students a head start in math and statistics, the two that everyone's a little worried about coming into university. I'd like to welcome Professors McLaughlin and Geoff Bond to talk about and give us a quick overview of our August Math Bootcamp. It's a virtual evening-based prep course. I'll let them take it away.
All right, thanks very much. I'm going to start. My name is Geoff Pond, and first, welcome everyone to Smith. Everyone is super excited to see all those fresh faces. It's an exciting time for all of us in September. I work in the analytics stream. My time is divided between Queen's at Smith and the Royal Military College. I actually do my research using analytics to support the acquisition and employment of billions of dollars of defense assets. So it's pretty exciting work. And that all starts with those first-year courses in math and probability and statistics. So this is totally my jam. I love it. But at the same time, I can appreciate that it sometimes intimidates those first-year students, and that's okay too. It's been a while, but I still remember what it was like to be a first-year student myself. So our objective is to deliver to you a boot camp in August that will just set the tone and set you off on the right foot for success in each of your two first-year courses. One of my colleagues is going to prepare you for the math course. My job is to prepare you for the probability and statistics course. So in that August boot camp, I'm going to be reviewing some of the material that our Ontario high school students will have consumed in their secondary studies. And I want to get you acquainted and comfortable working in Microsoft Excel. That's not something you will use exclusively in probability and stats, but you can use it across many of your courses. So I would encourage you to participate. I hope you do. And before I hand it off to my colleague, Pat, the simple piece of advice I would give is stay calm and carry on. You're going to be challenged in your first year, and that should be expected. As you've seen tonight, everyone here is highly invested in your success. We want you to be the awesome people that you are, and come see us as soon as you are confronted with a challenge. So I'll pass it over to Pat.
Thanks, Geoff. Hi, everyone. As Geoff said, my name's Patrick McLarty. I'm a lecturer here at Smith. I also have an administrative role at Smith where I help faculty design and develop instructional content. But I've had the privilege of working with first-year students for the last couple of years in the COM 161 course. And just a little bit of background of kind of where we came up with the idea for the quant boot camp. You've heard already that there's all these amazing clubs and certificates and a real enriching experience when you join the Commerce program. But there's also these 5 courses that you're also trying to balance on top of all of that. And is really the core reason you're here. And we wanted to make sure that everyone has an opportunity to transition into their first year and really be set up for success. And so COM 161, the mathematics, so the calculus and algebra, matrix algebra course, is your first one that you'll take in first semester, and then the second semester, as Jeff alluded to, is the probability and stats course. And so we're going to take. I'll have 2 days in August, so August 18th and 19th from 7 till 10, where I'll focus on the COM 161, so the calculus and matrix algebra, and then Jeff will follow on August 20th and 21st. From 7 till 10 on the probability and stats course. And really, we're looking to design to help with that transition in. So you hit the ground running on those first days, because a lot of the assumptions coming into 161 is we're looking to, as Jeff alluded, solve big problems with the math that we have, but we need you to have that foundational core in order to solve those big problems. And so we're going to focus on that foundational core to make sure that you feel comfortable and have seen the content before and seen how the math might work. And so that when you get into classroom and your professors walk through applications of the math and so forth, you're comfortable with the math itself and can focus on the application. So we're really excited. We hope you take the advantage. Again, just to allude to advice for students, this is a big transitory time. Like for most of you, it'll be the first time you're living on your own, you're making new friends, you're outside of your comfort zone that has been high school and so forth. And there's a lot of things to transition. You've got a lot of great supports. There's a lot of opportunities. And so this just gives you a little bit more time to transition in by taking these courses in August to hit the ground running once the courses start in September. And you have a lot of things to balance and a lot of things pulling you in different directions. So it allows you to focus and get your core math foundations so that you can hit the ground running in September. Good luck, everybody.
Thank you so much, Pat and Jeff. I think these quantitative courses are so important, and you need to have a good first year foundation, which is why it's called First Year Foundations, the Quant Bootcamp. It's such an amazing opportunity for you to set yourself up for success in September. But thank you so much. That was amazing. And thank you so much to all of our faculty and staff who've joined us today for sharing these insights. Milana has been kind enough to share different links in the chat. We've also now shared links to our session 2. You will notice that there are 2 different links. One link is for students to join HSL or high school liaison students. They have some fun activities planned for you guys. And then you can ask questions to upper year students. So this is your first opportunity to find mentors and get advice. The second link is for parents and supporters to join us and the program panel to ask questions and sort of get your concerns out of the way early on. These 2 are meeting links, so then we can sort of see each other's faces and get engaged more informally. You'll have the opportunity to raise your hand, ask questions. Thank you so much for coming to this session. We'll wrap up this session quickly now and move on to those meeting links. I will see you guys there. As a last step, congratulations, COM29. It feels insane to say COM29, but we're so happy to have you here. See you in session 2.